A small correction regarding the last video. I mentioned logarithm function and the domain to be positive real numbers along with 0. So I would like to add this correction. It's just positive real numbers and not 0. Okay. So this is the logarithm function. So you will understand what is logarithm function in time, then it will make sense. So there are few methodologies of finding the range. That's the video. The video is about finding the range. There are few methodologies that I have listed. So one is graphical. Second is analyzing the equation itself using your algebra, and then you have using your domain value. Now, graphical method is quite simple. All you have to do is draw the graph. How do we draw the graph? Take x, take f of x, take set of input values like 0, minus 10, 10, find the values and plot the graph. Of course, it's not practical, but it's practical when you have something that you can code on. So here I've taken an input value of minus 5 to 5 and I'm looking at the output value. Okay, so let me do this. Now we got this graph. So how to make use of this graph is the question. First thing is you need to understand what is the graph about. So do we have the graph, the right graph? Yes, x square minus 4 is what we are looking at. Then x and y axis, understand what is it. So we're looking at range along the y axis and the domain along the x axis. Okay. So what is that we have to concentrate on? Next question is that. Yes, we have to concentrate on the y axis. Now, range is what and all outputs can we get? What is the output that we are getting? We are getting an output of 20, we are getting an output of 0, and also we are getting an output of minus 4. This point, by the way, is minus 4. How do I know it? Well, again, experience and by looking at the expression. So the lowest value is minus 4. Above that is all positive values, and of course including negative values and so on and so forth. Basically, it is from minus 4 till infinity. Again, I'm telling this out of experience because quadratic equation, if you guys remember, it's either a smiley face or a frowny face. It won't go something wiggly in this manner, it won't go. That won't be happening. So in this case, the range is, it starts from minus 4, including minus 4 till infinity. So that's how you guys can make use of graphical method. All you have to do is observe the lowest or the highest point, and if you guys know about the equation, how it behaves, right, how the expressions behaves, like x cube minus 4 or x square plus x cube plus 10, if you have a general idea, then you'll have a good intuition of how to make use of the graph, right? Anyways, that's not practical for your exam. What is practical is this set of things. Analyzing the equation. It's the same as the last one. So we can just be practical about what we know, right? Square root of numbers. In square root of numbers, we can get 0 or we can get positive numbers, but nothing else. So all of this is a possibility, right? We have set of real numbers which are positive and along with that 0. Okay, so these are your valid output values for square root. When it comes to logarithm function, so you'll understand why is it so, but this is all values including positive and negative. So basically all the real numbers. When it comes to trigonometry, the valid range is minus 1 to 1. This is also something that you guys will understand in the coming chapters. Okay, so knowing this and making use of this is something that you will understand in time, right? Next is your algebraic equation. So we do this by setting the given expression being equated to y. So for this, so we're going to start off with let the restriction being square root of x minus 4, not restriction, sorry, assumption being square root of x minus 4 being equated to y. So you need to solve for x actually. So here we have squaring both sides. So how will we find the resultant or an expression for x? By solving this, that is, we are squaring both the sides, and so this will be y square, and then we are going to add or transpose your minus 4, and we have the following. And now what? Then we're going to substitute x being greater than or equal to 4. That is, in place of x, I'm going to substitute that. Okay. So basically we have y square plus 4 greater than or equal to 4. Right, guys? So this is your substitution. Right, quite simple. Substituting where? Into the inequality. Right, so y square plus 4 is greater than or equal to 4. That's your inequality. And now we can find the range with this. So what did we do? It's quite simple. All we did was we had the expression of f of x, we equated it to y, right? And then we got an expression for x, knowing the domain. So here one of the condition is we need to know the domain. So once we know the domain, from the domain we're going to get the restriction on x, and from that we're going to get the restriction of y. Okay, so substituting this and solving for y. That's it. So how do you generally solve this? We're going to subtract 4 on both the sides. So we have y square plus 4 minus 4 is greater than or equal to 4 minus 4. So we have this and this getting cut. So y square is greater than or equal to 0. Okay. And now y is greater than or equal to 0 is your answer. Is it not? Y square is greater than 0. Taking the square root, we end up with this. So now, therefore, the range is what? The range is starting from 0, we have till infinity. Not including infinity though. This is how you solve it. Right? Okay. From the domain value, it's a similar stuff, but this is with less number of steps. See, we know that square root of x minus 4 is your expression, and that x is greater than the domain is. Here too we need to know this fact. Actually, I didn't mention it. Here too we need to solve this first. Actually, everywhere we need to do this first. So we need to know the domain. Right? Domain is calculated. Now the range. So we know this restriction that x is greater than or equal to 4. From this particular inequality, we need to get an expression something like this. Right? So we'll start off with, we know that domain is greater than or equal to 4. That is, x is greater than or equal to 4. Right? And now, from this I want to get this. How will we do this? So I'm going to subtract 4 on both sides. So you can see it's a similar set of steps actually. So I'm going to get x minus 4 is greater than or equal to 4 minus 4. So what will happen? This will be 0. So x minus 4 is greater than or equal to 0. Now, we are looking at square root of x minus 4. So taking square root, on both sides. So we end up with square root of x minus 4 is greater than or equal to 0. This is the expression for your domain, something like this. Instead of y over here, sorry, this is the expression for your range. Instead of y over here, you have square root of x minus 4. Can you see that? It's the same thing actually. Whatever I did over here, the same thing I'm doing over here. Just that I'm not taking the expression y, that's it. Right? Of course, even this is there. You know, this step is missing. Right? So we're going to skip this step, directly make use of the algebraic methods, you know. So basically we end up with the range here too is 0 till infinity. That's the whole funda. Okay guys, yeah, you can pause and have a look at the answer, not answer, concept.